Hi students, it's Shayna from EspressoEnglish.net, and today I'll be sharing my top tips for improving your writing in English. Even when you know a lot of English words, it can be really hard to form good sentences and write well. But when you put these strategies into practice, you'll be able to improve and write confidently in English. Tip number 1, understand the different types of writing. Writing a report for work is very different from writing a short story, and writing an academic essay is different from writing casual emails to friends. We use different phrases, different vocabulary, and different organization for different types of writing. So it's important to know specifically what type of writing you need or want to do so that you can learn those things that will help you improve that particular kind of writing. Tip number 2. Spend more time reading. When you know what type of writing you want to focus on right now, the next step is to spend time reading, especially reading examples of that type of writing. Let's say you want to improve your ability to write business emails, for example. Well, search online for examples of business emails and pay attention to the words and phrases in the emails that you receive from your coworkers. Or if you need to write academic essays, then you should read a lot of essays. If you want to do creative writing, then read short stories and books in English. When you read more, you will naturally learn the writing style and the types of vocabulary and expressions used in that type of text, and then you'll be able to use these in your own writing. Tip number 3, organize your ideas before you start writing. Before you begin writing, one thing that will help you a lot is organizing your ideas and putting them in a logical order. When writing is organized, it communicates much more clearly. But when the ideas are disorganized, then other people will have trouble understanding what your writing is trying to say. So just make a simple list of the main ideas you want to communicate. Then you can see if anything is missing or anything is out of order. You can then expand your list by adding some additional information under each main point. Remember, you don't need to write full sentences here, just short words or phrases. The goal is to organize your points and the supporting information, and then you can expand those into sentences later when you actually start writing the text. Organizing your ideas into a list or an outline will help your text be clearer, and it will also help your writing process because you'll know exactly what to write about in the next sentence. Tip number 4, focus on clarity, not on big words or big sentences. Sometimes English learners make the mistake of thinking that big words or long sentences will make their writing seem more advanced. But the result is that they use words incorrectly and write confusing sentences. It's important for writing to be clear, so you should always use the words that will most directly and accurately communicate the concept. As for sentences, they can be long or short, but a good rule to remember is 1 to 2 ideas per sentence. If you're trying to put 3, 4, 5, or more ideas into one sentence, then the sentence will become too long and confusing. Tip number 5, learn linking words to make connections between ideas. If you followed the tip about organizing your main points, then your ideas will be in a logical order. But it's also important to learn the linking words to show the connections between those ideas. These are words like therefore to introduce a logical result, however to introduce a contrast or opposing point, moreover or in addition to introduce additional information, and in summary to introduce a quick review of your main idea. This way, someone who is reading your writing will easily be able to follow the flow and sequence of your ideas and understand your text. Tip number 6, practice a little bit every day and revise it the next day. It's good to read and it's good to learn about writing, but you also need to practice writing, to do it yourself. So make sure to practice even when you don't need to. So even when you don't have an assignment or report on your to-do list. Just try to get into the habit of writing a paragraph or 2 every day, because the more you do it, the easier it will become. Another thing that really helps is always to look at your writing again the next day. So you write something, you go to sleep, wake up, and read it over the following day. Letting a little bit of time pass can help you see any errors or any changes you'd like to make in your writing. Tip number 7, use spelling and grammar checks. For a quick check to see if your spelling and grammar are correct, you can use the built-in tools in Microsoft Word or a free online tool like Grammarly.com. This is great for finding and fixing any major mistakes. When you check for these mistakes and correct them, you can learn so you won't make similar mistakes in the future. Tip number 8, get correction from a native speaker. Those automatic grammar checkers are a good start, but you'll get much better feedback from a person, a native English speaker, and especially an English teacher who is trained to find mistakes and also explain how and why to correct them. A native speaker and a teacher can not only find and fix mistakes, but also give you feedback on the overall clarity and organization of your writing, the flow of ideas, and whether any words or phrases could be made stronger or more natural. The computer programs can't do that, only a person can. And this type of evaluation and feedback is really helpful and valuable for improving your writing. At Espresso English, we have 2 courses where you can get your writing evaluated. Our Advanced Grammar course and our Reading course both have the option to include writing tasks with teacher feedback. So at the end of each lesson, there's a question or a topic, and you'll write your response. Then send it to our teaching team, and we'll reply with comments, corrections, and suggestions for making your writing even better. Students love this part of the course because the feedback helps you fix any mistakes or bad habits and just bring your writing up to a higher level. Click on the links in the video description for more information about the Reading course and the Advanced Grammar course. And if you're serious about improving your writing, join those courses and choose the version that includes teacher feedback. Well, that's all for today. I hope you'll put all 8 tips from this lesson into practice. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.